Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads the Holy Books of India, ShrimadBhagavatam264. As you may remember, an asura named Aga pretended to be a snake and opened his mouth wide and waited for the killing of Krishna. He had so arranged himself that the Gopa boys never for a moment thought that he was anything apart from the scenery around. Some of them even commented, "Look, with a slight stretch of the imagination, you can say that this cavern looks like the wide open mouth of an immense snake." They began to elaborate on the comparison. "See," said one, "it definitely looks like a big snake with its mouth wide open, as if it is waiting to swallow us. The roof of the cavern, when lit by the rays of the sun, gives the effect of the jaws of a snake. And the shadow of the roof falling on the ground further enhances the effect. Look at the tiny peaks and rocks at the edge. They look like the fangs of a snake. And this steep pathway, this road like a crimson bridge across the cavern, does look like the red tongue of a snake. The surrounding area is so dark that it is just like the mouth of a snake. It is really amazing how even the air around, hot because of the midday sun, feels hot and uncomfortable, like the poisonous breath of a snake." One of them said, "Suppose we enter the cave. Will it get transformed into a snake and swallow us? What will happen then?" Another boy said, "Nothing will happen. This Krishna of ours will kill him like he killed that big crane, and we will be all right. Let's go in. It will be an adventure." The children began to enter the mouth of the asura one by one. Krishna knew that it was a python and that it was sure death to enter the mouth of the dread snake. He stood silent and watched and waited till all his playmates, with their calves too, had entered the huge cave in search of adventure. Krishna was the only one left. The mouth was still open since Aga wanted to wait till Krishna entered his mouth, or else his revenge and his mission would not be achieved. His master's injunctions could not be fulfilled. Krishna knew the fate of all those who had come with him and had entered the mouth of the snake, saying, "If it is a snake, our Krishna will kill it and everything will be all right." Krishna smiled to himself, and knowing that the end of Aga had come, he entered the cavernous mouth of the snake. At the sight of the mouth closing firmly after Krishna entered it, even the devas who knew the divinity of Krishna shouted in alarm and waited tensely to see what would happen. When he reached the throat of the python, Krishna began to grow bigger and bigger in size. Agasura tried his best to spit him out and save himself, but it was not possible. Slowly, steadily, life was being choked out of him, and Agasura could do nothing about it. He lashed his immense tail in agony, but the pain in his throat was getting more and more until it was unbearable. Finally, a huge gust of air, which was his life breath, escaped from his head, which had split under the pressure. As soon as he died, Krishna looked with his eyes full of love on the forms of his companions who had fainted under the power of the poison in the snake. They all rushed out, and when they had all gone, Krishna came out last. A glow was seen at the mouth of the cavern. That was the mouth of the python. The four quarters were lit by the brilliance. Even as everyone was looking, the glow entered the feet of Krishna. The devas who were watching everything rained flowers on Krishna. There was music and dancing in the heavens. Brahma, who was inside his dwelling, heard the music and came out to see what was happening. And when he knew about it, he was amazed at the feet of the young boy. Aga, who had been killed by the touch of Krishna, was rid of all his sins and was granted the privilege of entering the feet of the Lord. Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.